Hey Libra, this is Michael with your January 2022 reading. I do hope that this video finds you well and in good spirits. I know we are off to a rough start this year with your ruling planet Venus retrograde in the sign of Capricorn. There could definitely be some lessons that you are feeling this month and maybe even started feeling last month. We do also have Mercury going retrograde towards the middle of this month as well. It's really just kind of creating a rocky start where we're kind of coming into 2022 with a bit of turbulence. I do actually have year-ahead horoscopes that are available on my website. You can find the link in the description box down below, and that can really give you a sense of what 2022 has in store for you as a whole. I do apologize that my videos are coming out a little bit late. I was actually working very hard on those, and I was a bit optimistic with my time, so I do appreciate your patience and understanding with me in getting these videos out. I still needed to get the January videos out, and I'll probably be creating short videos about the year ahead for all 12 signs in the next couple of weeks. But if you want a peek now, all of that is available. You can also find links for personal readings and Reiki sessions. I'm actually running a sale until January 8th. Everything is 15% off. So if you missed the holiday sale, you can still get a discount, and it's a great way to start off the new year, if I do say so myself. I do want to get into this reading for you. I actually have all of your cards already on the table, and the first card that actually came out was this Two of Cups. And this is really interesting because this really could be signifying a new relationship or having a heart-to-heart conversation with somebody. I do kind of get a love vibe, and I think with Venus being retrograde, there's just a lot of focus on relationships in general. I will say for you specifically, Libra, with this Two of Cups, it does actually bring up this Ten of Cups as well. And the Ten of Cups is kind of what you've been learning from this Two of Cups, from this relationship. And immediately as I was drawing these cards, I remember I just had this sense of like, this almost feels too good to be true. And maybe that's kind of an energy that you have felt, or maybe something felt really, really rosy, and really, really lovely. When I actually see the Ten of Cups, I think a lot of readers will associate this with like happily ever after. And for me, that's just not realistic. Life is never so clear-cut. It's not just like, I found this one relationship, or I had this one thing happen to me, and everything was perfect and rosy ever since. Life isn't a Disney movie. I really think with the Ten of Cups, it's almost like the dreams that we create around this idea. And that's kind of the theme I'm actually getting here. I do have the King of Pentacles coming out with the Three of Cups, kind of in the present and in the center of this reading. And it feels like there is this thing with, celebration, having new stability. I almost think that this King of Pentacles could be you. It could also be with an earth sign, so Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. I think Taurus, especially with the King of Pentacles, or someone who has a lot of Taurus energy. And something I actually get with this too, it almost feels like with this Venus retrograde, I wouldn't be surprised if you moved in with someone, or you talked about moving in with someone. There could also be this thing with the Ten of Cups that's about family and your early conditioning, your early childhood. That makes a lot of sense because Capricorn rules your IC, or your fourth house. And that is the part of your chart that pertains to your home, your family, your early upbringing, your roots. And that is going to be thematic for you this month. And there will be some focus on passion and dating, especially with all of this Aquarius energy. Mercury is in Aquarius. It just entered into Aquarius on the 2nd when we had the new moon in Capricorn. I'm actually recording it this night. So there really is a lot of focus on you thinking about things that bring you passion, things that bring you joy. And maybe that is what this Two of Cups and Ten of Cups represents. Maybe it's not even about a relationship. It could just be about things that make you happy, right? Or things that make you feel fulfilled, things that give you a sense of connection or purpose. Whatever this is for you, it does seem to be growing with this Three of Cups. I like to pay attention to progressions in these spreads. And so whatever was a Two of Cups is now coming into a Three of Cups energy. And there is something to celebrate. You might be connecting with new people, connecting with friends. And you might even be getting some advice from friends as well. I do see the Seven of Pentacles here. This is showing up as a potential change. in the spread, or a potential challenge, I should say. And with the Seven of Pentacles, it's almost like, oh, I got this thing that I wanted. I got the relationship I wanted. I got the career or promotion I wanted. Whatever it was that you wanted, you're realizing that there's still work to be done. And there actually could be quite a bit of work, honestly, with the Devil card and the Seven of Wands in the future here. That doesn't necessarily mean that this thing is bad. But I do think that there is a lot of you battling with your own inner demons. And you might be pushing things a bit too hard. If you're really trying to force things to happen, I think it's important that you take a look at that. But honestly, Libra, with the energies I'm getting here, it feels like it's just about you putting in the time and energy towards something. Just because you found something good doesn't mean that it still doesn't require work. And it kind of reminds me of what I was just talking about with the Ten of Cups. It's like you might have imagined that you were going to have this Disney movie ending to something. And as the month progresses, you're sort of seeing like, oh, this actually still requires me to work on things. It's not always going to be rainbows and butterflies here. The rainbow in the Ten of Cups actually kind of pops out at me. There's still work to be done. And there's still evaluations that you need to be making. And I want to tell you, with the animal cards that I pulled for you with Horse and Scorpion, there is, again, this focus on working and really being vigilant. I just keep thinking of that, like needing to work on something and needing to have the endurance for something. And with Scorpion, it's like making sure that you are addressing things before they blow up. Because with Scorpion, it's like there could be a stinger somewhere. Scorpion will hide in a corner or hide in shoes or boots sometimes and will very unexpectedly kind of jab you. And so if you're seeing this sort of red flag, or if there's just things that are kind of hiding in corners, it's important to address them before someone accidentally steps on you. Okay? That could really be what this Devil energy is about, and this Seven of Wands energy even. It's like feeling attacked. You might be feeling like people are attacking you, and that could be coming in your relationship, that could be coming from the people around you. And with Mercury going retrograde, there could be a lot of misunderstandings as well, so that's just something to keep in mind. I think it really is just like, with these sevens, there is this need for perspective. We have Seven of Pentacles and Seven of Wands. I do actually have a Lover's card at the bottom of the deck here as well. And of course, obviously, this could just be talking about a relationship. But this could also be talking about... It could be talking about a decision that you need to make. Or a commitment you need to make. King of Swords and Queen of Swords. Interesting. This is actually your card, this Queen of Swords. And this King of Swords could be Aquarius energy, could also be Gemini energy, or another Libra. But when I really see these two, it's like a pair. But both of them are very guarded. And it's like they're ready for an attack. And it's interesting because neither of these figures are actually looking at each other if we look at them very, very closely. But these two birds that they have on their shoulders are making eye contact with one another. And it's almost like he said, she said sort of thing I'm getting. And maybe that's what this kind of, these other people with the Three of Cups is representing. There might be some sort of mediation or friends who are speaking on your behalf. Or you could even be hearing things through the grapevine as well. You could be hearing about somebody else from another person. And I do see the Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck here as well. And what I really see this as is like, it's not just about coming together. There's still work that needs to be done. A relationship shouldn't be a solution to a problem. And that might be something that is really, really thematic for you. And it's not to say that the relationship will or won't work. Honestly, I don't think you'll have a really good sense of that until after Venus goes direct, which will be at the very end of January, and that's actually going to be kind of in the catch-up phase, the post-shadow phase, until February. That's when things are really going to be clear to you. I think there is also a lot of things where it's like you need to address unhealed wounds from the past, from childhood in particular, or from your early life. Your relationship with your parents. That's kind of this Capricorn energy for you in particular. And there is also full moon in Cancer that's going to be happening on the 17th. And that's focusing a lot on your career and your role in the world. Maybe there's just a lot of work. You could be really, really busy with work in the second half of the month with the Seven of Pentacles, and maybe that's the Devil and Seven of Wands. You feel like you need to defend yourself, or it feels like work is just feeling like a lot. There could be something that's coming to fruition in terms, or relative to your career, maybe a promotion, or something that's just been in the works, that's been in the orbit, is finally coming to fruition. But yeah, ultimately, I feel like there's these two characters who are feeling really, really defensive, and it's kind of that Scorpion energy. I almost get like the Scorpio vibe, honestly, like being very intimate but also very guarded at the same exact time, and finding that balance. You both have your swords drawn. And I see with the Three of Swords, it's like needing to guard your heart, or feeling like you need to guard your heart. And maybe that's coming from hurt in the past. Maybe you really thought you felt, or maybe you felt or thought you met someone who was a bit of a soulmate. Or you thought this was going to be a person you would marry or have a long-term relationship with. And now there's this thing that you're addressing that's prevented you from entering into new relationships, or prevented you from opening your heart up. And maybe that's the work you're doing with the Seven of Wands and the Devil. And it's almost like regardless of who is in your life, it's like the work you're doing is on yourself this month. And I know there's something with Venus this month. I want to double check really fast. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Just pulling up my notes here, sorry. I know Venus is going to be making, I think it's a conjunction with Mercury. Why is it so slow? Sorry, I know Venus in Capricorn, trining Uranus in Taurus on the 25th. That's actually interesting, with Mercury entering Capricorn on the 25th. There really is this need to like change your assumptions and really challenge your thinking, kind of relative to relationships, but also intimacy with Uranus and Taurus. Venus is going to be forming a cazimi with the Sun. I did talk about that. That's going to be happening on the 8th. And that's really going to be highlighting a lot of these dynamics that we're talking about right now. I'm pretty sure that's everything, honestly. Venus will be going direct on the 29th. And again, I think that's when things are really going to be kind of becoming clearer for you as well. There's going to be a few moments this month that are really quite illuminating for you. And it could even be in February where things really, really become clear. So pay attention to what's coming up for you around the 8th, especially relative to relationships and home and family. Those will likely really come full circle in February. Those are all the messages I have for you this month, Libra. I do hope that this reading was helpful. Be sure to hit like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below how this resonates for you. And of course, feel free to check the videos for your moon, rising, and other signs. Maybe there's a message for you there as well. Again, I am running the sale, 15% off until January 15th, and I do also have a link for those of you who feel called to donate. I've actually been referring everyone over to my friend Angela and helping support the creation of her oracle deck this month. It's actually an Enneagram reflection deck. For those of you who aren't familiar with the Enneagram, it's a personality system that actually helps you figure out what your basic fears and desires are, how to really self-actualize yourself and develop yourself. It's really a helpful tool for self-growth and psycho-spiritual development. So if you are interested in that, definitely check it out. Maybe make a pledge. I'm sure Angela would appreciate that. All of my links are down below, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, Libra.